Meowdy, everyone. Okay, so this episode we are gonna go into the Marsh Cave, which I have been terrified to do. The wiki is saying it's one of the toughest yet, so I'm just nervous for the bosses and such. We should get a lot of loot down here though, so we'll see how that goes. All right, we're going in. All right. First steps first is we are going to go north, I believe. Yes, north, and we're gonna pick up 4 treasures. Okay, interesting music. I like it. Ooh. Skeleton and crawlers. I did read something about crawlers, is that they have paralyzing attacks. I don't know how much time I want to spend down here fighting things, or if we should just run? Because I want to save my magic for the bosses. Well, specifically one boss will go rest and then come back. I don't know. Could use Dia here, technically. As well as, I think I said Fire 2 and Bolt 2. The thing with the upcoming boss is its magic defense is high, or their magic defense is high. So we're gonna be focusing on physical. Which another thing is I should go buy steel for the next fight. And that's steel with 2 E's. That will increase my physical moves. I think that's back in Cornelia. I think. Or Provoca. I think Cornelia. So we should be fine using the red mage's stuff. Technically I could cast Dia here. But I also feel like I should save Cure 2. So maybe not. Also, I may or may not have fixed my audio issue. See, there's the paralyze. Cool if they keep going after the same person. We switched all my audio to the voice meter banana. I had some things that were running on the wrong hertz, or whatever you want to call it. Everything should have been matching with my Focusrite, which is at 44.1, and some stuff was set to 48. So we're gonna see. If I have more crinkly this episode, I apologize. It did resolve my crinkly audio over on Discord, but I haven't had the chance to test it on stream and such yet. Slimege. Slimes, the green ones, I should use magic. Poison. Hoping this kills it. Damn! And we're gonna use some antidote. Goodbye. Maybe should be 4 treasures. I'm just running. I don't feel like taking too much damage. Alright, now we can head south. Is that why the bats in Zelda are called keys? Because bats go key? Alright, so retrace our steps here and then we're gonna go south. And this is why I went to buy a bunch of antidotes. Right. Alright. I really like their status ailments here. Well, the paralyzed can wear off pretty quick, though. That's nice. Shadow. I think I said this when I first played this game, but it looks like they're holding giant toothbrushes. And I don't see anything other than that. Brush your teeth. That's where I need to go? Yeah. Okay, B2F. Then to get to the third floor, south, then east along the bottom wall. South. East. I know where east is. I swear. I'm a big boy, I know my directions. Down there? How do I... I see. Okay. So... we're going... Is this the room with the 16? Okay. So it said there should be 16 rooms here. A lot of them are going to be empty. Bottom 4 all require the Mystic Key. This is focused on the top 3 rows. In the top row, head to the room to the far left to pick up a steel plate. Cool. Do I have anyone who needs this? You can't wear it? I guess everyone who needs it already has it, huh? Okay. Got hiccups already. The room to the far right is 295. Cool. The next row down contains a copper armlet and a cottage. Scorpions. No thanks, goodbye. No, Lee. I tried to square up. That's why I was running. Bonk. I'm not even gonna bother curing the poison until we leave. They're just gonna inflict it again. I find the spell slot thing interesting instead of like using like magic points for like every spell. It's cool. I assume that's like a very like D&D way to do it. I haven't played D&D. Send help. I think I got to play it one time. This doesn't specify which room this is in. Good. Weird seeing a box open. Third row should have 385 gil. I assume that's the crown. Did I make it to the fourth row? Maybe they just misremembered? Or I moved further than I thought I did. So then what was that box? Because they said second room, fourth row. I think they were just mistaken. Okay. That is a lot. There's no way we're getting out of here without a status ailment. I refuse to believe it. Uh-oh. Okay. I thought Maddie was gonna die. Scary. Wish we were going in there with more, but... Okay. Let's do this. This isn't the fight. I think we got a random right before the boss. This is the one. 2? The thing says 9. Confusion. Okay, so... I should just go ahead. $69 health. Nice. I'm very confused. Why was it only 2? Why was it only 2? I didn't choose easy, I chose normal. What was... Okay. Not complaining. Not complaining at all. Okay. Let's get out of here. 2 is a lot more manageable than 9. Oh, whoa. Excuse me. Dun, 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 dun. I need to go around these rock pinnacles. I skipped all the fights really going forward because I was expecting a lot more, but might as well fight our way back with get some XP and money. Weak. Pathetic, even. Alright, so it was hold B, start. Okay. We need to go to Alfenheim. So that's where it's blinking. Ogre. Dun, 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 dun. Easy peasy. Run! Skedaddle! I think I'm still going the right way. Chomp. Really? Can't run from the wolves, I guess. Boom. What you get from keeping me from running. This is the castle. Damn it, I did not go the right way. Swamp is very, very low on health. I got one cure. We are gonna go back to that spooky castle right afterwards. I just want to make sure we rest at an inn. Get all of our magic stuff back. I think I might actually be able to afford a mithril sword. I might have been mistaken last episode thinking they were 8k each. I think they're only 4? Oh yeah, and I was gonna go get steel from Cornelia. I should perhaps do that. I took 2 steps. 2 of them. Whoa. Ogre time. We'll take that. That's money. See how much fate hits versus me. Oh no. Poor white mage with 7. Oh my god, I'm so close. I can see it. I can see the town. Okay, we made it. First step, let's rest at an inn. Whoa. I have 11k. We got the big bucks. I learned there's a Sims character in Was it herbs or busting out? But they're called Daddy Big Bucks. Just like me for real. Yeah, it was only 4K. So we can get 2 of those. Well. That's awesome. Oh my god, what an increase too. Fixing my accuracy is my favorite. Whoa. Let me sell the broadswords. Steel shouldn't be too expensive. I'm just thinking if there was anything else I needed here. I don't know if I should grab like null fire and stuff or not. I'm thinking it's just time to run back to Cornelia for steel. Can't see anything else I need. Grab haste. We don't have ice 2 yet. Could be useful, huh? That's a big ass purchase. Okay. Cornelia, I guess. I don't know where my boat is. It's up here, isn't it? Yeah. And Cornelia is straight across. So close. Hagen. Why is it so hard to run from them? Thank you. Rage. Is it white or black magic? Feels like white, but old gamers be weird. To me, black magic just means like damaging types, but there's stuff like focus and steel is not here. So it's in Pravuka. Ugh. Okay. No, yeah, I totally know how to get there, I swear. Right. They have a port, right, right. Yeah, they should, because that's how you got the boat. Ignore my stupid questions. Privateer! Oh no, not the Googler. Damn! That's so satisfying. Okay. So I do know that the next upcoming boss has a one-hit KO attack, which I always find very bullshit. There's steel. Okay. Back to Western Keep. I'm gonna actually use the inn while I'm here. Only 50. Just to get my spells back, I'm gonna not use them until I get to the boss now. Meow. Yeah, heck that snake. I like snakes. I just don't like those snakes. I don't like snake that hurts me in video game. And I especially don't like those. Game or otherwise. Thank you, bye! Have a good time! Can I go up from here or am I gonna get blocked? I don't know. Let's go! I got the finishing kill! Okay. Wolves! So many wolves! Alright. Fools! I am the great king of dark elves, Astos. What? Who could have foreseen this? Thank you ever so much for retrieving the crown. With the crystal eye here, I shall become the true elf king. You fools have served your purpose. To the underworld you will go. Uh-oh. Oh, what a creature. Interesting. Do I put this on Fate or Spomp? I think Spawn, because he can hit more times, would make more sense. Shield's not gonna help if he uses Reaper, though. That's what I was scared of. And he took the red mage right away. It missed! It missed! Oh. Well, huh? Didn't know that was possible. Oh, was that it? Was that... Okay. Hell yeah, and we all got the experience. And a level. Okay. I was terrified for that fight. What the fuck? We got the crystal eye. So, back to Matoya. I expected some of these things to take me way longer to beat. We're gonna accomplish more in this episode than I expected. Okay, Matoya's cave. So back to Cornelia. I'm baffled right now. Dude, Swamp kicked his ass. Whew. Oh, roommate made cookies and it smells so good. I want them. I ran out of my safe food, so now I'm just having a hard time eating in general. Autism is kind of garbage. But that's alright. We live with it. That Swamp has been picking on me that I need to eat vegetables. Imagine eating vegetables. It couldn't be me. I should though. I should make like stir fries and stuff. That's a good way to get me to eat different kinds. That's gonna go rest, but I don't see a reason to right now. Big smack. Goblins aren't gonna give anything for XP, so I'm just running from them. Wait. Why am I... Plink. I am ooped. Fate is a tank. Takes no damage. I can't believe I went the wrong way. Such a bozo, man. Is that my crystal eye? Give it to me. Here, I'll give you the most wondrous potion from my collection. Oh my god, we got the Jolt tonic. I wonder where that can go. Ah, now I can see everything. You enjoy seeing everything. So now, back to Elfenheim. Ow. Ow. At least we didn't get double poisoned, I guess. To a mini rest, grab some antidotes here, I suppose. Nice. I love seeing the levels go up. Big dopamine in my brain. Items here. Just like to have a nice supply. Okay. Straight across. The Jolt Tonic, not tunic. This will surely awaken the prince. We must try it at once. Oh god. I like those sounds. Very bloopy. Your Highness! Oh, it seemed as if I was caught in a never-ending dream. Am I still dreaming? Or do I see the legendary warriors? It is not a dream. Then the time has come to pass the mystic key to its rightful master, as foretold by legend. Let's go. Which means it's time to get treasure. Yep. Hell yeah. Right, so there was things to unlock here, right? Zoom. Whoa. Mithril hammer. Okay. 400 gil, 330 gil. And bronze gloves. Amber? Let's go! Maybe I can hit in the double digits. There's the go. There's the go. I can talk. More defense, less evasion. I mean... I'm gonna actually say no. I feel like I'd rather the evasion be higher so I can avoid, like, getting poisoned at all. Like, Fate's very tanky as it is. Very happy about the Mithril Hammer, though. It's funny they don't have you get the stuff in Elfheim Castle in the wiki first. It's like, I'm already here. They make that like the third step you go back to. It's funny. Like, oh, do Cornella, then the Temple of Chaos, and then Elfheim. No. No. We'll do this first because we're here. However, now I will go to Cornelia. And then back to Temple of Chaos. Then Western Keep, Marsh Cave. Mithril Knife, Saber, Osier, Steel Plate, Iron Shield, Nitro Powder? What is that? Okay. Why? Saber is less. No upgrades there, but I can always sell these things, of course. Well, Nitro Powder is a key item, so... Okay. Now we go to the Temple of Chaos. Looks like the rest of this episode's probably just going to be getting the treasure, based on where my time is currently. But that's alright, who doesn't like a good treasure hunt? Alright, so now northeast, southeast. Oops. Oops. Damn. Lots of battles. I took a step. Let me continue. See? We're doing double digits with hammer. Werebane. Sword effective against werebeasts. It's weaker. but I guess it's more specific. I don't see me switching to it unless I'm really struggling. Or if there's a boss that's where-based. Where-beast? More like where-based. Got him. Rune Blade. Is Rune better than Mithril in this game? No? But it's stronger against spellcasting foes. I can see that one being handy, for sure. Okay. So... we don't need to go back to Elfheim. But we do need to go to Western Keep. And then Marsh Cave. And then we'll have all the treasure, I think? Yes, maybe? Possibly. In the walkthrough, they seem so, like, inconvenienced by getting the treasure. It's like you're getting a bunch of cool free stuff. Technically, you don't have to go collect it. It's just very nice to have. I mean, yeah, sure, it's a little... I mean, it's work to, like, go back to everywhere you've been. I don't know, it just seems funny, the impatient language they use. I think from here I'll cut to getting the treasure. Since we're looking about we're hitting an hour mark on the recording. Alright, so we reached the Western Keep's treasure. Let's see what we have. A falchion. Falchion? Falchion? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Oof, nice money. power staff and steel gloves. Once again, a weaker weapon. Wish I could give them the upgrade. Power staff. It's weaker than a mithril hammer. Or to you. Once again, I don't want to lose evasion. Alright, I think that's all that is in the Western Keep, so I'm going to head to Marsh Cave again. Alright, so I found a mithril knife. I assume that would have been for the thief class. Sus. There's more. Okay. Okay. That's super unfortunate. I wasn't expecting to get big smacked. Fuck. I mean, if anything, Fate should survive, but like... Uh-oh. Bomb's gonna be uneven in experience now. We were all the same. Oh, that makes me sad. That was a ton of money to find, though. I think I missed one thing. Southwest corner. Do I have to? They're too scary! I feel bad because Spawn's missing out on the XP. I know we're gonna get the life spell coming up here soon, though. I want to fight them again. And I can't. Okay. My anaconda don't. I don't want anaconda. Silver armlet. Whoa, yes please. That is beautiful. Right. Alright. I'm gonna go back to Cornelia and rest. So our next area we're going to is close to there. I think. It says take the boat to Cornelia's coastline. Go northwest to find a small port just south of the Temple of Chaos and dock there. And as much as I'd like to go forward more, I don't want my episodes this long. I think I'm trying to keep them under an hour and a half. Pushing for an hour, but if it goes a little longer than that because I'm finishing up something, that's okay, obviously. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to Cornelia and rest, and then that's it, really. I'm gonna call the episode here. Thank you everyone so much for watching. You are wonderful. And I will see you on Friday, where we will continue on with our grand quest. Bye-bye!